Good ride number 3. Lucas. I'm thrilled the first few cars don't pick me up, so I have time to gather my thoughts. The passing drivers are nice, making hand gestures explaining they are only going a short way, or more elaborate ones that I can only assume mean they're turning off in a direction other than west. My luck not only continues, it does a backflip and lands perfectly beside me like a hitchhiking guardian angel. A beat-up beige 1965 Ford F500 flatbed truck screeches to a halt right in the middle of the ramp without the slightest concern for the impatient drivers behind, who must be pissed at having to stop. But they don't have the courage to honk their horns, because on the flatbed truck is a Ford Vic 1970 station wagon that has been customized for a demolition derby. Whiplash is spray-painted by hand in huge, scary letters on both sides, where the car's local sponsor, Thumper Bumper, which I guess may be an auto repair shop, and Ass Car, God only knows what that means, is scrawled on the hood. Tetanus Tattoo Parlor completes the advertising on the tailgate. Painted in black on the driver's side is his entry number, 422. Good God, April 22nd. That's my birthday. I peer inside the truck just to scope out the driver. I'm thrilled to be getting another ride so quickly, but still, first impressions count, and I want to be as safe as I can on this intrinsically unsafe trip. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, shouts the driver. I'm Lucas. Hop in. Thanks, I say, climbing inside, thrilled to hear that roughneck highway song, Looking at the World Through a Windshield by Del Reeves playing on the radio. Jesus Christ, you were on The Simpsons, he yells over the unmuffled sound of his truck's engine, pulling off and entering I-70 West. Yeah, that's me, John Waters, I admit modestly. Homer's Phobia, he correctly yells out my episode's title with a roar of laughter. I notice his 2 gold front teeth, so rare yet appealing in a white guy. His tight denim blue jeans splattered with grease, scruffy white motorcycle boots, and a raggedy thrift shop 50s sports shirt patterned with cartoon car crash graphics only add to his renegade, debonair charm. Feeling comfortable with my new ride, I break my rule and mention I'm also a film director, and he asks, which ones? As he guns ahead down the highway, passing cars right and left, but driving safely. Hairspray, I mention, but he gives me a blank look. Pink Flamingos, I try, and get the same vacant expression. Crybaby? Cereal mom I offer, but no luck. Nah, he answers without embarrassment. I only like cartoons. I switch the subject to Lucas' life and tell him what a fan of demolition derbies I am. How I long ago covered one on air as a pundit for that radio show All Things Considered, and how I had recently attended another derby outside Baltimore, and how surprised I had been at one of the side events before the race began. A used car in good condition sat in a fenced-in area as customers lined up and paid admission to enter, mostly dads and their younger male children. Each was handed a sledgehammer, and the clock would start ticking, and the father-son team had 3 minutes to beat the car and cause as much damage as possible. Great work, son, a dad would congratulate Junior after he managed to smash the windshield. Rip it up, Pop, a kid would yelp as his father knocked off a rearview mirror with one easy swipe. There were no prizes, only quality wrecking time with your family, and this seemed to be reward enough. The crumpled, ruined auto lay there, abandoned and dead. I wondered whose responsibility it was to haul away the carcass. Is there such a thing as post-production demolition derbies? It's fucking maniac night, Lucas explains, and tonight I'm gonna win. We're gonna tear him up, he hollers humorously, meaning him and his car. I want to go too. Almost magically, as if he could read my mind like Kreskin, he smiles that sexy gold-tooth smile and leers in a friendly growl with a faint southern accent. Want to ride in the car with me? Sure, I stammer, wishing I was wearing those slip-on fronts I had made for my teeth in Baltimore with JW and fake jewels. But are you allowed to have passengers, I ask? Hell no, he replies, but since when have I done what is allowed? But it will be late at night if I stay for the race, and then I'll have to hitchhike in the dark, and I'll be nervous, I admit with shame. Stay with me, Snake, he hisses with a male friendliness that is confusing in its undefined sexual connotations. I'm custom fit, hammered, and bent just like your boy Homer. I gulp. You're going to be my good luck charm, he announces with a flirtatious grin. I am swooning with excitement when we finally get to Marengo, Indiana, having so much fun riding with Lucas that I barely notice it's already night. We've come a long way as we pull up at the Crawford County 4-H Fairgrounds. Maniac Night sounds even better when you read it off a weather-worn wooden marquee. especially with a $1,200 prize added below. Lucas knows everybody. There's Anteater and Doo-Doo, two scary grease monkeys who obviously idolize my new best friend, and they help him get Whiplash off the flatbed truck and up near to the pit gate. I see a lot of other junker cars with souped-up names such as Rat Rod, Gunt Hunt, Hatchet Head, and Head On Hard On, which it was explained will be disqualified because of its unfamily-friendly name. There's even one named Whitney Houston. I don't know about Lucas, but I've got a winning feeling building inside me. As our heat approaches, Lucas sneaks me in under a fence, and I climb in through our car's front passenger side window because the doors are now welded shut. He hands me goggles, a helmet with Whiplash hand-stenciled on the front just like his, and a crumpled jumpsuit to put over my usual low-key comme-des-garçons outfit that I have chosen to wear for the trip. Material's fireproof, he explains, and since the family business my dad started is fire protection, I feel relieved as I struggle to suit up. As he slips into his own matching outfit, he catches me peeking in his naturally toned chest and winks. "Watch," he says, as he pours lighter fluid all over his jumpsuit. "Go ahead," he orders me as he hands me a box of kitchen matches from under his seat. "Set me on fire." I hesitate, then strike one and toss it on him. His outfit immediately goes up in flames, but he just laughs, feeling no pain. He waits a full 15 seconds before he smothers out the blaze. Lucas is my action hero. There is no glass in Whiplash. The windshield and the rear and side windows have been removed. Most of the interior has been dismantled, and the gas tank is now in the back where the seats once were. As I reach for the safety belt, Lucas snarls from behind the wheel, "Seat belt's optional," and looks down to his crotch and points to the seat belt buckle that once was on his driver's side, but has now been redesigned into his belt for fashion. Being the wimp I evidently am, I slip on both the helmet and the seat belt that is, thank God, still attached on the passenger side. I look over the dirt oval track with all the junkers' taillights facing each other and see Rat Rod, a 70s Dodge Charger with this disgusting slob of a driver inside, taking a big gulp of whiskey from a bottle, which I'm sure is against the rules. He glances at me and then catches Lucas's eyes too and begins making mock kissing noises with his brittle, chapped lips. I avert my eyes as Lucas snorts in derision, grabs his own dick, and squeezes it in excitement of possible revenge. "That sandbagging asshole," he growls, always holding back, lurking around the side of the ring, too cowardly to strike first. I smell gasoline fumes, and am in seventh heaven. "Will death strike tonight?" the track announcer yells over the loudspeaker system that booms out to the entire fairgrounds. As the crowd cheers and the drivers rev their engines, the countdown begins. 10, 9, 8, 7, he screams. There's nowhere to hold on to inside the car, so I just look over to Lucas with trust. He grabs his dick again and whispers over the din of 50 idling hot rods. "Wrecking cars gives me a hard-on." I smile back, not letting him know how excited I am. 3, 2, 1, and we're off! Backwards, of course. Total chaos. Some car named Grenade Banger rams into my side door, but the seatbelt keeps me safe. Every time I peek up and look out, another car is about to smash into us. Lucas is biding his time, though, and every time we are hit, he growls sexually in demolition lust. "We're tearing it up," John, he yells over the sound of crashing metal. As he floors it in reverse, I look back and see asshole Rat Rod right in our line of attack. Bang! I am amazed to see Lucas's cock growing bigger underneath the flame-retardant material of his jumpsuit. Wham! Goes another hit as we smash into another car, Gunt Hunt, in reverse, then back into another, Hatchet Head, with such force that the fillings in my teeth tingle. "Dirtbag," yells Lucas in full attack mode. As he backtracks into 2 other cars, we're going too fast for me to see their names, with such ferocity that both are instantly put out of business. He is in an erotic frenzy. Lucas leers at me as he revs his engine, surveying the 4 or 5 rust buckets still left running. "My dick is so hard, want to see it?" "Sure," I yell in surprise over the sound of his peeling out backwards and the impact of collision. The thrill of victory is pulsating in my pants too. Encouraged, Lucas unbuttons his jumpsuit and while zigzagging again backward, whips out, with some difficulty, an amazing cock that no gay man would ever refuse. "Beautiful," I say as he reverse accelerates again with a vengeance. The car he hits this time, Nitro Ned, explodes with a hiss and then bursts into flames. "Jerk me off," Lucas orders with a beautiful, polite authority, and what else can I do but follow his orders? 2 vehicles left, Lucas pants as he scans the pit, so make it quick. I take direction and don't stop even when I feel the hostile crash of Rat Rod's vehicle into the back of our car. Lucas is so cool he doesn't even lose his heart on. The crowd cheers. I sneak a look over and consider a blowjob, but even I know giving head in the middle of a demolition derby is risky, and besides, I don't know Lucas that well yet. I see our enemy getting ready to strike. Okay, Lucas moans sexually, like the gearhead gladiator he is. Let's blast off. He grabs my hand, spits into it, and thrusts it back on his cock with a wet splat. Could this be love? Okay, John, we're gonna bust a nut, he announces, flooring the accelerator and speeding backwards so suddenly that I get a whiplash, but I don't care. By now, I'm so worked up that I feel that I actually am his car. Just as he crashes into Rat Rod for the final kill, Lucas shoots a giant load through our non-existent windshield into the sky with amazing projection where it showers down beautifully like elegant fireworks. The crowd goes nuts. Lucas looks over to me in demolition tenderness and gives me the biggest, lewdest grin I've ever seen in my life. That night, we celebrate victory together. He lives alone. Imagine my thrill and amazement when we pull up to his trailer and I see it is the exact same model as the one Divine's character Babs lived in Pink Flamingos, only painted silver and black. I know he never saw the movie, so I don't bring it up. Lucas counts his winnings with me beside him on the bed in what would have been Divine's bedroom. I refuse the cash he offers to share and tell him how much I appreciated such a romantic night. He blushes and then sheepishly asks, "Want to watch some porn?" Sure, I say, curious to see his cinematic fantasy taste. Fumbling under his bed, Lucas takes out a DVD with a homemade label, inserts the disc, and pushes play. But instead of regular porn, I see a compilation reel of demolition derby accidents, much like the cum shot reel would be if it were normal gay smut. I usually only get horny when I'm racing, Lucas whispers with lust, but tonight I'd like to return the favor, especially for someone who has brought me such good luck. Okay, I say in excitement as he eases over and unbuckles my belt. Check out this next heat, he says with touching sexual vulnerability as he lowers my pants. Bam, I cry as I watch in amazement. Vintage amateur 8mm film transferred to digital of 3 derby cars backing into each other at the exact same time and flipping over in unison. Show me more, I whisper as he begins stroking. You ain't seen nothing yet, he purrs back with a newfound sexual gusto. Lucas, more and more aroused, fast forwards to another notorious demolition disaster. Okay, John, here you go, he moans as I see a 1975 Cadillac Coupe de Ville get broadsided in reverse by a ratty but rare 1970 Monte Carlo Chevrolet. The driver of the Caddy goes berserk, forgets all the rules of the race, and accelerates forward toward the attacker and smashes head-on into the Chevy. Both vehicles explode in flames on screen, and in one escalating movement of Lucas's wrist, we become one, sexually united in affection, deviant excitement, and demolition lust. We fall asleep instantly.